Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Vicki Howie of ChakraBoosters.com, the creator of Chakra Boosters Healing Tattoos. And today I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona at the top of Bell Rock, one of my favorite places. And we are now on the 5th video in a series of embodied practices that boost and balance each chakra. So if we're on number 5 and I'm wearing blue, you know we're on the throat chakra. The element here, because when we are in the upper chakras, it's not as strict elements as like the earth elements are, but it's sound and vibration. And this chakra is blue and all about you being true blue. It's easy to remember it's blue because you want to be true blue here. This is being true to yourself. What did you authentically come here for? What do you want to say? What is your unique expression, both in the way you express it and what you express? That's what the throat chakra is all about. And as you express your truth, when you're really authentic to yourself, you see that your purpose unfolds, because your purpose in life isn't something outside of you out there. It is the unfolding of your authentic self. If you're really true to what you love and who you are and what you want to say, then you naturally show up in the world doing what your purpose is. I have different purposes. I think we all do at different times, but chakras are definitely one of my purposes. And I'm pretty much a chakra geek. So there's no avoiding it when I'm true to myself. When I live to my throat chakra, it tells me what to say and do and make and lets me express my true self. So that's what the throat chakra is all about. Now, how do we strengthen this beautiful chakra? I also want to mention before I move on that the throat chakra is the first of what we call the upper chakras. So we have 3 lower chakras, root, sacral, and solar plexus, that are about embodiment, more embodiment. We have the heart, that is the neutral balance point in our energy field, meaning neutral because true love is acceptance. It's a peace. It's an equanimity. That's true love, not the romantic up and down that we often call love, but unconditional acceptance. And that's what the heart specializes in. And then in the upper chakras, we're in a more spiritual realm. Now I want to be clear. I air quoted there because all of the chakras are spiritual. They are all God energy, consciousness, vibrating at different frequencies. And while it's wonderful to vibrate in upper frequencies, we need the lower frequencies to exist in this 3D world and be successful in this 3D world and feel grounded and safe in our bodies. So that's why I love all of the chakras. What can we do then to boost our throat chakra, the first of the upper chakras? Because the throat chakra, obviously it's here in the throat, because it's part of the upper chakras, it is the beginning of the spiritual realm. It's where the magic begins. It's where we begin to manifest things from the visionary world of consciousness into the physical world of matter. That's why we say first there was the word, and there's different variations of that in many different religions of how important the word is. So your word has power. Got that? And your throat chakra has power. Let's look at embodiment practice number 1 for the throat chakra. I love this one. You have to find a private space to do it though. If you do it around your roommates or your partner, it might be a little bit annoying. It's called the YesNo Exercise, and it opens the full breadth of our voice. Many of us, yes, no is like everything in existence, right? The yes is the yes, and the no is no. The no is your boundaries. The yes is your openness, boundaries. You feel that? when most of us embrace one of these more than the other. Like we might be really yes, we're very yes, pro-life, very positive, very like supportive of others, but we don't have our no, we don't have our boundaries as much. If that's just a no for me, that feels unsafe, or that I don't want to do it in that way, or whatever, just your no. Can you feel that? So this is called the YesNo exercise. And the way it works is super simple, and you want to do it as loudly as you can. So the yes, you move with body language of opening your heart. Yes, and you look up to the sky. Yes. My eyes are right in the sun here. But yes. And then you hug yourself like this or like this and say no. No, like this is my boundaried space. Yes. No, yes. Now I'm not screaming because I'm mic'd right here. If I scream just as loud as I already did that, might have been too much. But you're going to want to yell as loudly as you possibly can. And you might find yourself timid about it. So also just note that. And note, is your yes stronger or is your no stronger? Can you get them to be evenly strong? And can you really feel how your body expands with the yes and contracts and holds its boundaries with the no? This is a magical exercise. Trust me, do this. I dare you to do this for a week or 30 days to just see how your world expands. And that's all. Just yes, no, but yes, no, and saying it as loudly as you can. If you don't do the movements with your arms, you can do it in the car because that's a private space where you can be pretty loud with your yes and no's. So if you're driving, you could just be driving and just kind of arc your heart a little. Just yes, no, yes, no. This would be the way it looks when driving. Okay, so YesNo exercise is number one. It works wonders. Just try it. Number two is using the seed sound hum. Now, it's H-A-M. H-A-M, it's a Sanskrit word, so the A has like an ah or ish kind of sound, so it's kind of in between there. It's like it will sound like hum or hum, kind of a mixture between hum and hum, but not ham. Not ham, not the American soft A. So it's more like a hum kind of sound. Hum, hum, hum. And when you say that, that's the seed sound of the throat chakra. So, and the throat chakra is about sound. So you may notice these first two, I'm working with sound, big time. In a certain way, number three, I will be as well too. But I'm working with the sound, hum. And I have a video where I work with the seed sound and we also move the neck. We move the neck, we squeeze the thyroid, and that video has seed sound mantra, throat chakra seed sound mantra in the title, and I'll have the link for you below. So that's number two, practicing the hum, H-A-M. And feel that vibrate in your throat. Number three, I'm going to continue on with this theme of sound, but now we're going to get quiet because everything that goes out, you know, there's always a relationship, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. There's also a relationship between expressing outward and taking inward. And I have noticed that when I do a meditation, and we'll try it just for a second right now, because I actually have cars below here in Sedona. They're moving by. It might sound like an ocean in the background, but I'd like you to listen to my voice and close your eyes. And then as you're listening to my voice, become aware of sounds farther and farther away from you. Reach your awareness out into, and I'm going to stop talking in a second, and in the silence when I'm not talking, I want you to spend several breaths listening for sounds far away, farther away. Go out, way out, like see if you can hear something a mile from your home. The rustles of a leaf on a tree, the rustling of a leaf on a tree a mile away. That would be very Zen, wouldn't it? Just this desire to hear sounds far away really opens the spiritual realm and opens the throat chakra. You can also listen in this silence to the sounds in my background and feel like the cars that are farther away from me, hear those. So just reach into all the sounds farther and farther away that you can as we take 5 or so really deep breaths. Now when you do this at home, you'll do this hopefully longer, but for right now I'm just going to do it for about 5 deep breaths. So if you haven't already, close your eyes and listen farther and farther out. Just as I was finishing that 5th breath, I heard a bird. Did you hear that bird in the background here? That's what we're listening for, the sounds far away and the changing of the sounds. As you listen, you can even see how it has already put me into a different space. My voice is in a different place. So it's going to bring you into, that particular exercise is going to bring you a little less into the embodiment side and more into the spiritual bridge side. When you're really feeling like you need inspiration and you need to be connected to the divine within you, do that. Go for that, because it has a very third eye quality as well too, but the sound becomes the key. It's third eye because we're going inward and we're meditating for a few moments. You could start every day with that, or you could end the day with that. Puts you in a really, really peaceful space. Throat embodiment practice number 4. Sing. So we're into sound again. Everything sound. Sing. Children sing usually, the younger children especially, if no one's told them you don't sing well or has thwarted their creativity in that area, they naturally love to sing and they sing. Most children really sing and they shout and they use their voice in different ways that we often shut down. So whether it's in your car or your shower, which are 2 really good places, I'm talking about singing for you. Now, if you have the opportunity to join a choir in your church or another organization and you want to, wow, will that ever boost your throat chakra? It really, really will. Sometimes we forget they're available. There's local organizations all over the place, and there's churches too, if you belong to one that probably has a choir. So join a choir if you'd like, but you can also keep it very private and you can just do it in your shower, do it in your car, do it in your shower, do it in your car. Sing a little song. Get your voice moving. Sing more. Just put little sticky notes up to yourself. Sing more. Sing, sing, and sing. La. I try not to do that too loud because I do have my mic very close and I don't want to scare you guys with the la. But singing really opens your throat. It's that simple. Get into that childlike place of singing wherever you can, whether it's publicly or privately or both. That's number 4. Number 5, you know what it is. Let me see what I got here. I've got my Chakra Booster healing tattoo for the throat. Ta-da! So obviously we have this part here. This is not easy to put a healing tattoo. One time when I was first starting out and I had one of my first interviews about chakras, I did put it on the front and it just looked really funny, but it was on radio so they couldn't see me. So it's doable and might help your voice come out forward, but it's easier to put it on the back, which does all the healing for all the times in your life where your authenticity, purpose, or truth, you know, your personal truth have been shut down by others' energy, or where they can't really shut us down, but it feels like it, right? Like when we're really young, we can't make a choice of like, well, I'm not going to listen to you. We were like little sponges and we take everything in. So it really is nice on the back of the throat. I don't know if I was holding it right side up. The dot always goes up and the arrow goes down. If you don't know how this works, watch my video that explains how a temporary tattoo can boost your chakras, because my whole journey with chakras, my real journey, the Chakra Boosters journey, began when I got a real root chakra tattoo, and it just grounded me and changed my whole life. So I made a video that explains it all in like, I think around 3 minutes. It's a pretty short video, under maybe 3 minutes. So I'll leave a link for that, how temporary tattoos can heal your chakras. And this beautiful one is, I hope it's not reflecting too bad with the sun, but you'll put it in the back of your throat. I have occasional neck pain. I have a bit of a forward curve in my neck, and to my delight, after I designed these, because of the grounding of my root chakra tattoo, when my neck pain would come up and I put this on my neck, within an hour or two, longest 2, the pain goes away for me. So I don't have very many pains, and they tend to come and go if they're there. So that was really a delight for me to discover that. So number 5 is my 5th chakra, throat chakra healing tattoo. And then I have one last one that I want to have as a bonus. There are a lot of games out there that are like truth games. You ask questions of each other. Some of them are truth or dare, but if you can get into any one of those truth games, if you can buy one, if you can actually make one. You can make questions. You could be around, say, you've got 5 friends. Let's say you've got 5 friends, because we're on the number 5. Let's say you have 5 friends with the 5th chakra. Each one could ask really personal questions, like maybe each person writes 5 personal questions and puts them on a piece of paper and puts them in a bowl. And then you mix up the bowl and you each reach and get one and you answer it. The reason this is so beautiful, I think it's best to take out the dare element, because it's better just to be sharing the truths, because you get a certain momentum with your voice when you're given permission. There's a permission here. There's an expectation that we're going to tell the truth. I think sometimes in our culture, there's an expectation that we aren't going to tell the truth, that we're going to be socially polite and avoid the truth. And I can really see us moving toward more authenticity, and it warms my heart, because truth clears the way. It lets us all be who we really are, and it doesn't allow things to build up where I haven't expressed what I really need to express to you. So those are my 5+1 bonus embodiment tips for boosting and healing the throat chakra. I hope you enjoyed them. Lots of links below, right? I'll put all the videos that I referred to below here, so you can go and get the party started. And you can play any of these games or exercises this week. Just really dedicate this week, if you can, to your throat chakra, to being authentically, beautifully, uniquely you. Because that excites me. You're the only one that can be you. And if I copy someone, which we all mimic here and there, I'm just a copy of them, versus nobody's me and nobody's you. So it's your job, I put quotes because it's hopefully a fun one, to be you, dear one. That is the blessing of the throat chakra. The deepest blessing of the throat chakra is you just getting to be fully you and showing up as your full self. So thank you for watching, and we're still moving along in this series. If you haven't seen the other videos, you might want to go back and watch the other embodiment practices. And I want to remind you, always do assessment. You might have an overactive throat chakra, so you can watch my videos on weak or overactive chakras. You can take a chakra test at eclectic energies Embodied.com. It's a great test. It's the only one I recommend online. Any others are for marketing, and they usually ask too few questions, and I've found them to not be accurate. So I have no marketing stake at all in Eclectic Energies. I just share it with you because it is a genuinely good test, and it's in several different languages. So get some kind of assessment before you do anything, and then once you get your assessment, look at the weakest 1 or 2 chakras and do the embodied practices, the 5 embodied practices for that particular chakra. Until then, have a beautiful week being fully yourself, and I will see you on the next video. Blessings.